What's up, guys? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to our next. That's what we're gonna call it. Welcome to our next English stream only. Okay. Welcome to Paradise. Okay. Um. So what I do usually is like we share the link. We share the link, and we share the link with others so others can connect. Either live or maybe later. Okay, so we are here, guys. Again, we're just doing our Spanish. Um, we were doing our Spanish stream, but now we're gonna do our English one. Okay, and let's see. So we're gonna. I'm not really gonna talk much. I'm just gonna say a few things, and then English only. So welcome everyone that is gonna connect all over the world. Hello, what's going on? Thank you for being here. And let's go. Send it to someone. Send it to someone. We're gonna talk this. Let's see. Okay. So right now, I'm watching this situation right now. Um, Welcome to Paradise. I'm watching that situation right now. Welcome to Paradise, guys. Another day in paradise. Another stream. Another stream. Very powerful. What's going on? Very powerful. I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it. I think this is gonna be our first video that I'm gonna talk about politics. Okay, this is gonna be your first video that I'm gonna talk politics. Not gonna be here much. Let's see, English only. Blessings, 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 everyone. Blessings. So I'm listening to what he's saying, and it's powerful. This is gonna be the first stream that I'm gonna talk about politics. Welcome everyone. That one day you're gonna connect yourself from Russia, from Europe, from Africa, from Asia, from um, from the Caribbeans. Different parts of the world where you guys speak English only. And I'm doing these streams so you guys can connect, with us. I can connect with you guys. And this guy is the richest guy in the whole world. And the way when he talks, you better listen. Even though, to be honest with you, if you don't know who he is, people they have like a hard time understanding him, because it's like it's hard for him to put some words. I guess it's like me. But once you open up your heart, it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense what this guy is saying. I mean, he's the richest man in the world. So we better listen. And what he's saying right now is very powerful. I'll explain later. So before this happened, President Donald Trump, you can see him there. President Donald Trump was talking, was talking. President Donald Trump, he was talking, and then um, he was talking. So then he gave him the opportunity to talk. He gave Elon Musk the opportunity to talk. So you see President Donald Trump right there, and then there's Elon Musk. So the president talked first, and then he's like, Elon Musk has some stuff to say, you know. Um, so that's when he started saying stuff that it's like impacting my mind, my brain at a level, very powerful level. So you know, in regards of President Donald Trump, we have done a lot of what do you call it? A lot of studying him in the Spanish streams. I've talked a lot about how people can be deceived when it comes to him in the point of if you just hear whatever everyone talking, if you don't do your own study, you don't really know the person. And I think like any great leader in the world, any great person, that loves his country, that loves his house or whatever, is gonna do what he's doing. And coming from someone who, in 2016, 2015, I I wasn't feeling Donald Trump. To be honest with you, there had to be like a conversion. There had to be like it was like a process, But once I started to know who he really is, doing my own study, I'm like, all right, I understand where he's coming from, and I understand why he's doing what he's doing. And usually in the Spanish streams, because I talked a lot about him in a good way, in the way that I seek the positive for the people, because sadly, Spanish media has shown him as this, negative persona, which he's really not. But one of the things that I say in Spanish, I'm gonna do it in English. And like I said, this is the first time that I'm gonna talk about this situation, And in all my streams, I don't really talk about politics. We talk about everything else. Man, everything, you name it. I mean, the whole world. Because we live in a world, and why not see the world through a lens? Why just focus on one little thing? So we just don't focus on politics. We focus on everything, from the little things to the big things, from the main events to the non-events, from the great things in life, from the whatever. We talk about everything. And I'm super tired again because I just ended up a stream of how long? My Spanish stream just ended, and let's check it out. So we're here. We did a live. We did almost 5 hours. Oh man, they should have told me 8 more minutes. I could have done five. I would have done eight minutes. I don't know why they didn't tell me, but 8 more minutes and I could have done 5 hours. So it's almost 5 hours. You guys that are connected right here. Next time, please tell me. It's almost 5 hours. So, man, super tired. 5 hours, guys. 5 hours. So, going back to what I was telling you, so I just finished a stream of 5 hours. This is not going to be 5 hours. In fact, this is going to be like 20, 25 minutes because I'm trying to end it before midnight. It's 11:32 p.m. here. What I tell them is the following. Okay, let's say you own a house. Okay, you would not want just anyone to come into your house and make a mess in your house. Everyone protects their house. Everyone protects their house. If you don't protect your house, that means you don't love your house. Simple as that. If you don't, if you don't, if you don't protect your house, that means that you don't love your house. If you don't protect a certain land, a certain place, then you don't love that place. So that's what Donald Trump does. Donald Trump, protects his land, protects the country he loves. And that's what people don't understand. He doesn't just let anyone just spit on it, do whatever. He's like, I'm gonna protect this land. This is my country. That's why he says America first, or put America first. You know what I'm saying? So, that's one of the examples that I've used, you know. That's one of the examples that I've used as far as studying the persona of Donald Trump that people don't know. It's like when this other president was there, he didn't really care for the land. He was like, whatever. Y'all can do whatever y'all want. And that's when all the craziness started happening. That's when all the craziness started happening. So, with that being said, I'm not gonna prolong myself too much on this video. Um, I've been listening to this situation. I've been listening to this situation about Elon Musk and all that. I've been listening to this situation, and this is what's happening. Okay, this is what broke my brain. Just went crazy right now, and I think I'm gonna talk about it. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe tomorrow, but I'm gonna talk about it in the Spanish streams what I just heard, because this blew my mind. Okay, what happened now? What happened is that blessings to everyone, blessings to everyone. What happened is that, you know, Elon Musk right now, Elon Musk right now, he just shared like some powerful information. What did he say? Okay, this is what he said. He's like, he's been assigned a place in the government to seek uh, the situation about money. I mean, he's a millionaire. He's a billionaire. He's a billionaire. So he's finding out a lot of stuff, a lot of negative stuff. Like, for example, that's what blew my mind. He was like, we had just found out that there were people in the Biden administration that were government connected to the government that out of nowhere, these people were like kind of broke when they got to the government, but now they are millionaires. So he's like, some people, like, let's say, just giving you an example. Some people were like, oh yeah, he got assigned to be the Treasury of State. Example. He got assigned to be the Treasury of States of the United States. That person was not rich. But in the term that person was doing his work or her work, now she or he is a millionaire. So what Elon is saying, because they stole from the government tax money, tax money. They stole from the government, from our tax money. Now they're millionaires. That's why he's finding out. And that's why they want to shut him down. Because in the Biden administration, there were a lot of thieves. And I know it. Because I know what kind of people got hired. I've been saying it in the Spanish streams. The government they had this thing that if you were of certain race, religion, or color, the government has this situation where if they don't hire you, back with Biden and Kamala Harris, if they didn't hire you because of your color, religion, or whatever, then that person could sue them and be like, you are rejecting me because of my color, you are rejecting me because of my religion, you are being racist. That's the word they got through around. So they didn't care about talent. They just hire people. I think it's called EDE or DEDA or something like that. But those are some words that, they didn't care. They were like, okay, my sex is different. Like I'm not a male. That's what they say. I'm not a male. I'm not a female. I'm, trans, whatever. So you better hire me because if you don't hire me, I'm gonna go sue, whatever. So, you know, Elon Musk, he's finding out that a lot of people, like I said, got hired by the government. They were not rich, but now they're rich. You know what I'm saying? They are rich because they stole from the government taxes, from the people taxes. Eh? That's what he's saying. But he says it in a very low demeanor voice. He's like, these people, some of these people, he's like, I'm not saying everyone's bad, but some of them took advantage. Some of them took advantage, exactly. Some of them took advantage because, I'm Treasury of State. I'm gonna get some money in my pocket. I told you what Biden used to do in the Spanish street. I told him Biden started some wars because he will send money to the wars, and then he will keep some money for himself. So, you know, there were a lot of people that got hired by the government. They stole money. They're millionaires now. He was saying that there was this, I don't know if it was a lady or a guy, that out of nowhere he had like $10 million. And he's like, that's taxpayer money. So what he's doing right now, and what the president is doing, is like finding out who stole, finding out who was stealing money, and just going after these people, or or just firing them, or just telling them you're no longer work here because what you've been doing is you've been stealing money. You've been stealing money. You know, that's powerful. Blessings to everyone. It's powerful. It broke my heart. It spin my brain. So that's what he's doing right now. What he's doing right now is that he's telling. Oh, here's another thing that he said. Let me start from the beginning. So just right there is a topic for like 30 minutes for an hour.
So thank you very much. We had a
There.
busy day today. The Kings just left, and we've had a great discussion, terrific discussion concerning Gaza and everything else. We had discussions also that Saturday
It blew my mind. So the first thing is that people were in the government, people got hired by the government who were stealing money. Blessings to everyone. Blessings to everyone. So that's powerful right there. And they were stealing taxpayers' money. That's what Elon Musk is finding out, and that's what the President Trump and his cabinet and his group. And that's just powerful. I'm gonna talk about that in the Spanish stream. It's just like it blew my mind. I'm just like, wow, that is crazy. Welcome everyone. It's February 11th, 2025 here. We're doing this stream. We're gonna continue also this situation. Tomorrow we're celebrating 500 days. Yeah, you can tell I'm tired. 500 days of streaming in Spanish. Okay? So that's what we're celebrating tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to talk about this tomorrow, but it's powerful. It's spin my mind. How can you hire people who are stealing money? And that's what they're finding out. And that's why they don't want Elon Musk. They don't want Elon Musk. There's a lot of people coming out. They're like, don't let Elon Musk get into those files. You know why? Because those are the thief. They know they're gonna get caught. They know in this 4 years of weak administration that was happening, people were stealing money as they got hired by the government. And you know what's the cruelty of this? They were stealing taxpayers' money. The money that you pay in taxes, the money that I pay in taxes. This low life, excuse my language, parasites, acting like parasites, were stealing people's money. That's why they don't want him. They're protesting. They're like, what is Elon Musk doing in the government's file? He's finding out why we have we have a debt. What he's finding out, okay, I'm breaking down the message, is that he's like, we have found out that people got rich as they work for the government. He's like, there's this, I think it was a lady. There's a lady, he's like, she made $10 million. $10 million. That's crazy. Just one person made $10 million out of taxpayer money. Well, we gonna stay silent? There's a situation. Let me tell you something. People who love stealing are gonna hate this message. There's a lot of thief out there. They'll steal you everything because some people are used to stealing. Thief. They don't like working. They like stealing from people, from those that work hard. There's a lot of people that you see on the streets. It's not their car. They stole it. It's not their house. They stole it. It's not their money. They stole it. So when I hear this type of message, oh yeah, there were thief in the government, there were thief in the government. They're like, they don't like it. I'm not a communist. I'm just telling you what it is. I'm telling you what they're finding out. They're finding out that people got hired by the government that were stealing money. That's what I'm telling you. And now you probably are a thief as well. If you don't like it, I'm not being a communist. I'm talking what they're saying. I'm just explaining it to all of you in your language. People got hired by the government that were not rich. Like politicians, it's a service to the community. It's not to get rich. If you want to get rich, you should do like a different kind of business. But politician is not a business. It's a service to the people. It's a service to the community. Okay? So what I'm saying is, people that love stealing, okay, they're going to hate this. That's why I'm saying there's a lot of protests going on. There's a lot of protests. Oh, what is Elon Musk doing? What is Elon Musk doing? You know what he's doing? He's finding out who is crooked. He was finding out who is doing dirty work inside the government. That's what he's doing. It blew my mind. And you know what's crazy? It's taxpayers' money. That's what's crazy.
I don't expect much happening in this meeting, but we'll see what happens. And we're going to be signing a very important deal.
No, I don't talk like a communist, man. A communist is different. It's different. What you see? Billions of dollars in waste, fraud, because these people were like, oh, we need to get money from the government because we need to send over there. And there was no over there. There was not going on. That over there was going to their pockets. So people hate that. People hate getting caught when they steal money. You know what's crazy is when they steal taxpayers' money. What's crazy is when they steal taxpayers' money. That's the cruelty of the situation. You know? So that's what they're doing. It blew my mind. He's like, there's a lady, like I said, there's a lady or a guy that
One of the reasons I got elected.
that got a paid out of $10 million.
And that corrupt.
What you say was a joke. We are noticing what communist lifestyle is like. Oh, it was over there and back here.
Especially when we now
We're talking about the situation over there.
dollars for much more than that in just a short period of time. We want to weed out the corruption, and it seems like a really
So what they're saying is we want to weed out the corruption. When you listen to Elon Musk, like I said, not a lot of people want to listen to him because the way he talks is like me. Sometimes we don't make sense. But when you open your heart to listen to the richest man in the world, you know, he's a billionaire, the most, you know, you're like, it makes sense.
look at the judges because it's a very serious. I think it's a very serious violation. I'll ask Elon
Elon.
to say a few words, and we'll take some questions. Elon, go ahead.
Sure. So,
Okay, another thing that he was saying, and I like about this situation, and I'm gonna break it, okay? The second thing that I was listening, listen, I just started listening to this thing. I'm gonna end the stream soon because I don't want to be past midnight. But this is the stuff we talk about, man. Okay, the second thing that blew my mind is this situation, okay? So the first one, okay, the second situation that blew my mind is this. He's like, we don't live in a democracy. We live in a bureaucracy. Why, he said? Because when the president wants to act on something positive for the people, or the people want that, he's like, it gets blocked by the Senate. It gets blocked by other people who are not hired by the people. This is powerful because he's saying it's okay for an elective government, you know, president, the government of each city or state, those are elected by the people. Listen to this. But there are some people in the Senate, in Congress, who are not elected by the people. But these people have the power to say no if the president wants to make a change. If an elected official elected by the people wants to make a change in the city, in the state, in the country, it gets blocked by people who are not elected by the people. So he's like, that's bureaucracy. That's not democracy. That's the second thing he was saying. And I'm like, that's crazy. That is powerful because, you know, he was saying, what if our the founding fathers knew what was going on? This is not why they fought for the country. You know, that one president, one elected official by the people wants to do something positive for the country. But we have this group of people who are not elected by the people. You know, some Senate, some Congress, some, you know, they're like, they block the laws. Like right now, you know, there's some judges that have blocked what the president has said, hey, let's do this. It's going to be positive. It's going to help the people. Then the judge comes in Texas, in Florida, Philadelphia, wherever. And then he's like, no, we're going to block it. Then Elon Musk was saying, why does a judge has more power than the president? That's not democracy. That's bureaucracy. So that's the second thing that it blew my mind, you know. We have so much to talk about, man. It's getting interesting, but I'm about to leave. It's 11:52 p.m. This, you know, I'm going to do the stream. So guys, like, you know, this guy who came into the live, Kenny. Hello, Kenny. You know, I would always talk with you guys, and we will always have like a great time in here. We will talk about everything, politics, food, everything. People who do wrong don't like to hear these things. People who like doing negative stuff, like who like destroying things, they hate the truth. They hate honesty. They don't like it. Who's gonna like being called out a thief if he's a thief? Who's gonna like it? I'm not a thief. I hate stealing. I worked with people's money in the past. Not even a dollar I stole. I could have, but why? I'm not worth a dollar. I'm not worth $100. I'm not worth $1,000. Like I've said in Spanish, someone said in English, you are worth what you steal. Some people sell their soul for 200, for 300. They're like, oh, I'm gonna steal $300, $500. You know. So, no, I'm not being a whistleblower, man. I'm just getting the information that it's here. It's on YouTube. It's on social media. I just love establishing justice. Justice, the truth, and honesty. You got to choose the light or darkness, right or left, right or wrong. You got to choose. If you're wrong, if you choose left, if you choose, doing negative things, damaging people, then that's your world. You're not going to like this. But if you like helping others, you like supporting others, you want good for the people, for yourself, for your family, for the world, for your city, for your town, for your country, then you're going to like this. There's a positive and there's a negative. You choose. You choose. We all choose. Y'all have a blessed night, blessed days. Oh, man, I love debating. I love these topics, man. Thanks for being here. We're going to try to stream every night. Elon Musk found thieves inside the White House. Oh, yes. They love stealing, but they hate getting caught. They love stealing. Hear me out. They love stealing and they hate getting caught. What makes me upset is they love stealing the taxpayers' money. How can you sleep like that? You ain't got no conscience. You ain't got no heart. You ain't got no soul. See you guys tomorrow. Thanks for being here. We're going to continue talking about everything and anything. Y'all stay blessed. God bless. Ciao, ciao. Bye.